Hey, folks, coming to you from Las Vegas, Brian Blessing. Glad you're a member here at the Pulse, the Insiders Game. Let's hook you up on Wednesday night and a nice cross section with football, hockey, and basketball. Let's start with the two football games in the MAC. We're going with the road team in both games. Ohio's laying 3 against Buffalo. This Ohio team runs hot and cold. I think Buffalo's going to come in here, and the problem is Ohio's offense at times can be pedestrian. Buffalo can score points with their senior quarterback, Joe Licata. This is a team that has a little bit of backclass. You know, they had Brandon Oliver and they had Khalil Mack, and they've had success in the MAC in recent years. I think now the coaching changed, things have settled in, and this team's going to play better in the home stretch here this season. And we're going to go with the senior quarterback getting points on the road. I just think if it's a higher scoring game, and we gave out the over at the Insiders Game, I don't think Ohio can keep pace with them. So I think it's a shootout, but I think Buffalo's the way to go getting the points in this spot. And then we're going to lay the points with Northern Illinois, -3. Bet it early in the day because if anything, I think you might see this go up to 3.5. Northern Illinois has a chance to win the MAC. They've got Toledo in the on-deck circle. They got to step on the necks of Ball State at 3-5. Impose their will. I do think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. But I just think Northern Illinois, again, with Hare, he's a solid quarterback, both running and passing. Northern Illinois is clearly the better team. Lay the field goal, but bet it early. That hook could come into play. All right, then we go to hockey. We're going to go to Montreal and Buffalo. And this is a weird game because, and I alluded to this when we did a preview video at oddsworthbetting.com, that in Buffalo, a third of their season ticket holders are from Southern Ontario. So the building, when the Leafs come to town, it's a 50-50 split. And the Canadiens fans are even more annoying than the Leafs fans. And the Sabres take it to heart. If the building's alive, even though the Sabres are terrible, the game's played with massive intensity. The deal is, other than the last game for Montreal, where they lost to Calgary 6-2, and oh, by the way, Montreal's playing the night before. We look at the schedule here, and you got Montreal in action against Chicago. This is going to be a walk in the park for the Canadiens compared to what they went through the night before, but they're going to have a letdown. After playing Chicago, now they're playing Buffalo. They will get some bump from the fans in the stands. But the Canadiens, prior to the 6-2 game with Calgary, 6 straight games, less than 5 goals were scored in the game. 6 straight games. Oh, how about Buffalo? You've got to go back 9 games to October 14th to find a game where more than 5 goals have been scored in a Sabres game. They can't shoot it in the ocean. Neuvirth and Enroth have given them good goaltending. You got to go under the total in that spot. And then we're going to go over the total on the hardwoods in the NBA. Minnesota's at Brooklyn. All I need to see here is Minnesota scored 101 points against Memphis. Memphis has the best defense in the league. And Minnesota is capable of going up and down the court, up-tempo, Rubio dishing the ball all around. And they're playing Brooklyn, who have scored 105, 102, 116. Up-tempo. That game's going over the total. We're looking at a total of 205. Bet that one early because I think that total could go up to 206.5, 207. So there you have it. Thank you for being a member here at The Pulse. Let's cash some tickets. Let's build that bankroll for the weekend right here at The Pulse.